guys, thanks for joining me. Today we're going to do a Pilates mat full-length class with the theraband. It is possible to do some of the exercises with the booty band, not all of them. So if you have a theraband, please go ahead and grab it. We will need the stretch. So unfortunately, a belt or a towel could work on some things, but not really on all the exercises, or quite a few of them actually. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to start with some traditional mat footwork from the advanced repertoire. We're going to go ahead, place our band. I'm going to place mine over my left foot to begin. I'm going to place my band so that part of it is dangling over the top of my toes so it doesn't roll off and snap me in the face. It's scarier more than it hurts to have your band snap you in the face. Just in case you're wondering. So we're going to go ahead and lie down. I'm going to choke up on my theraband ever so slightly. My feet are parallel to begin on the floor and in the air. Both feet should be doing the same thing. I'll roll my shoulders up, back, and down. Flatten out my sacrum. Release my wrists in the mat. Locate the wrap of my ribs, drawing them together. My shoulders are up, back, and down. Nice long neck. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift my head, neck, and shoulders, drawing my ribs towards my hip. I'm going to lead with my heel, extending my foot to working level, and pull it back to tabletop in a 90-degree angle from my thigh to my butt torso, and press, and exhale to pull. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, try to start to engage your core a little bit more here as you warm up. If you're finding it's a little hard for you, raise your leg up a little bit. 8, here's 9, and 10. Staying there, we're going to bring our foot to a demi-point position. So our toes are still being pulled back by our band, but the rest of our foot is pointed. I'm going to flex my entire foot, lead with my heel, and then bring my foot to a demi-point forced arch position. Pull back, high heel position. Just a slight half articulation of the foot. I'm still in parallel with a gently flexed foot. Here's 8. If at any time you rest your head and shoulders, rest your head, neck, and shoulders. And when you're ready, go ahead and exhale to curl back up. From there, I'm going to draw my knee back to the tabletop. I'm going to turn out both feet. I have a gentle point in my standing leg. Now, I am pressing down through it to engage the back chain of my leg, but I'm going to leave my foot flexed as I lead with my heel to press out and pull back into an open, turned out diamond frog position and press and pull. Here's 3 and 4. Here's 5, 6, and 7. And squeeze with your glute and hamstring. Here's 9 and 10. We're going to come back to the parallel position, gentle point still on your foot. Come back to the forced arch demi-point position with the pointed foot, flex back toes, and press straight to working level and pull back to the 90 degrees. And extend. Exhale out. Inhale to press. Resist the tension back. If you need to, press down with your elbows a little bit, little half. Press down into the mat with your elbows to lift your chest up a little higher. Don't allow your elbows to crunch in, but use it to lift up higher over your sternum. Just a light warm up. And 10. Pull your leg back in. Release your head, neck, and shoulders. Release the band. Hold on behind your legs. Roll up. We're going to go to the other side. So, again, I'm going to fold my band in half. Put the band on my foot so that you have overlap over my toes, especially for when I go into the forced arch demi-point position. I don't want the band to roll back and slap me on the back of the thigh or roll up and get near my face. So, I'm going to go ahead and roll down. From here, I'm going to flex my foot, leading with my heel. I'm going to flex my standing leg as well. Press your standing leg in to engage your hamstring, your glutes, inner thigh. Inhale, exhale to press up. Leave some space between your chin, your chest, nice long neck, and press and exhale to pull. Try to leave your elbows off for this first part. We'll go ahead and use it to assist with our curl apart in just a second. Keep breathing. Inhale away and exhale to close. Now look, I just demonstrated. Sorry, guys. And 10, stay out. And now point your foot, but your toes. Leave your toes flexed. And flex your foot. Just the point and flex of the articulation of your foot. Keep it going. Again, rest your head, neck, and shoulders for just a moment. And lift. And 10. Bring your foot back. Turn it out. Give your foot standing like a gentle point, just relaxing the flex, and press out to a frog and pull back in. And squeeze your glutes and hamstrings. Allow your femur to rotate naturally in the hip socket. 4, 5, it's almost elbow time. 6, but if you need to, go for it. Curl up a little deeper. 8, 9, and press and pull. Now, come back to parallel, press your elbows in, press up a little higher, come to the demi-point for starch position, press out and pull in. Again, both legs will be parallel. Whatever one leg does, the other leg does as well to protect your joints. Flatten your sacrum, don't allow it to rock. Don't allow the band to pop your hip up. You control the band. 8. Here's 9. And 10. Bring your foot back in. Don't release it yet. Bring your other foot up to meet it. Place both feet squeeze together at the center of the band. You might have to separate your hands a little bit. Adjust the band as you need to, but leave that overhang in over your toes from the band. Now, place your heels on the mat. Press your heels down, press your sacrum down, and pull gently with your hamstrings, almost like a light, gentle hamstring curl to engage the back chain of your body. I'm going to press your legs out just a bit further. We're going to float our arms up. Our shoulders are going to be wide. If you find that your shoulders have a tendency to roll in, bring your arms out in a slight V to widen your shoulder blades and flatten them down your back. We're going to inhale, nodding our chin to our chest. Lift up on your arms if you need some assistance. Exhale over your legs, widen your arms to keep your band tight on your feet. As you roll back in your C-shaped curve still, bring your arms closer to your knees again. You just don't want to lose tension on your band, making it harder for you to roll up and roll down because you'll have to stop. We're going to inhale. Exhale, widen your arms as you round over your knees in a C-shaped curve. As you pull back, bring your arms closer to your knees again. And down to the mat. We have 4 more. Inhale. This is all part of the warm-up. As you round over, widen your arms. Drawing your shoulders down your back, engaging your lats so that your shoulders don't creep towards your ears. This is a full body warm-up because we are still pressing down with our heels, pulling them gently towards our glutes. Pull down on your arms. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. And inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. 1 more. Inhale. Press down with your heels. Engage your quads. Inhale. And exhale. From there, draw your feet in. Float them up to tabletop. Half your band, so fold it in half. Raise it up so that your hands are right by your shoulders with a gentle bend in your elbows. Pinch your band between your thumb and your pointer finger. Raise one knee to tabletop, raise the other knee. Inhale, prepare. Exhale to curl up, reaching the band over your knees, and now extend your legs to your working level. And now begin to pump your arms. They'll hit your thighs. 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Gently pull the band apart to flatten your shoulder blades down your back. Engage your lats to pull your shoulders away from your ears. Squeeze your legs together. Squeeze your heels as if you're holding a dime. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Halfway there. Drop your belly to your spine on the exhale. Squeezing out. Curl up deeper over your sternum. Reach your band higher up your leg if you're able to. Inhale. Don't tap your tilt your pelvis. 2 more. Final set. Stop there. And now if you're able to, release your hands and your feet so they land at the same time. Bringing your hands up over your head. When you did that, did you pop your ribs off? Arching in your back? If you did that, please go ahead and keep your hands right here. Still pulling gently apart on the band. you should feel your shoulder blades flat and wide on the mat, no matter where your arms are right now. Let's go ahead and do this a few times. So I'm going to raise my arms up as high as I can overhead without popping out my ribs. And then I'm going to draw my arms back down to my waist or hips. I'm going to reach it up and over. And exhale it back down. I'm still pulling out on the band to encourage the flattening of my shoulder blades. And I'm engaging underneath my arms as if I'm holding an orange or hollowed out like I'm holding a tennis ball under my arm to pull my shoulders away from my ears. I'm going to bring my arms up over my head. I'm going to bring my arms up to my sternum, nodding my chin to my chest. Staying in the C-shaped curve for the roll up. I'm going to exhale to come over my legs. I'm not resting my band on my feet. It is, my biceps are still by my ears. My shoulders are away. I'm going to inhale to pull back. I'm going to bring my band in front of my shoulders when I'm able to. Exhale down and flip my band over my head. Inhale. Up, 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 up. Squeeze everything. Drop down on your back. Drawing your hips towards your hips. Fold over. Pardon me for a second. I'm going to scoot away from my uprights as I inhale back. I was hitting my uprights with my band. Just slight adjustment on my part. And exhale it back down. We have 4 more. Inhale. Modification. If you are having trouble coming up and over without swinging yourself up with momentum, go ahead and bend your knees. And don't bring your hands over your head. Start with your hands at your sternum to encourage more ab use. Pull back in the C-shaped curve, drawing your sacrum down first, and then exhale it back down. Let's do one more. And inhale. Folding over our legs. And inhale to pull back, pull back, pull back, pull back. And exhale down. From there, I'm going to leave my band half. I'm going to place my band on the arch of my foot. I'm going to hold on to my band on either side. I'm going to flex both feet in parallel. We're going to be doing this single leg circle. Ground your hip with the band. Pull down to ground your hip. Right here, ground your opposite hip. But press energy up through your heel so you feel your leg lengthening. Inhale across and exhale up. Still flatten your shoulder blades across your back. The circle will be much smaller, but you may feel more glute work. I know I certainly do. Ground more strongly through your standing leg on the mat. Pull up on the muscles above your kneecap to engage that leg as well. And here is 6. Try not to rest your elbows on the mat. We're going to reverse. Inhale. The reason we're not going to rest our elbows on the mat is because we want to stabilize more through the rest of our body right now. Since we do have the support of our leg and we've decreased the load of the leg on the body or the weight of the leg on the body as it swings around, we need to find work in other areas. Here's 5. And here is 6. Draw your knee into your chest. Release the band from your foot. Extend that leg long. Put the band on the arch of the other foot. Now while we're here, find the work in the standing leg. Press in through the standing leg. Pull up on the muscles on top of the kneecap. Ground in through the hip on the working leg by pulling down with your band, but press energy up through your heel to lengthen your leg. Flatten your shoulder blades flat and wide. Drop your ribs in and down and inhale across and exhale up. Don't come up here so that your shoulders are by yours. Draw them down with your lats. Here's 3, 4, 5. Find enjoyment in the breath. This is a supported exercise, but it is challenging your muscles. It is just a really nice intermission, let's call it, before we do the series of 5, which is about to happen now. Here's 4. And here is 5. One more. Draw your knee into your chest. Take your band, yourself on your mat as you may need to. We're gonna bring our legs up to tabletop, fingertips up to the ceiling. Inhale, prayer. Exhale to curl up. My left hand's going on the outside of my left leg. My right hand's going on the inside of my right knee. I'm going to extend my right leg long. Dropping my belly much time. Inhale through center. Exhale to the other side. Inhale and exhale. Don't drop your shoulders. Try to lift them up. Create energy under your arm to help engage your lats. Really pull the shoulders away from your ears. Lengthen out your neck. Inhale through the center and exhale the other side. My friends who have hip problems or hip replacements, please do not bring your legs past a 90 degree. People who do not have that, you can draw your knee in a slingshot, tucking your pelvis to get it in, and come back to center. Without dropping your head, neck, and shoulders, we're going in the double leg hold. Inhale, extend, shoot energy out of your fingers and out of your toes. Exhale, arms through T, and draw it back in without tucking or tilting your pelvis. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Biceps by your ears. Don't drop them back. Inhale. Draw your belly to your spine on the extension. Just support the load of your legs. Curl up deeper. We have 2 more right here, and then we're going to take a real quick rest of our head, neck, and shoulders. Good job. Rest your head, neck, and shoulders. Hug your knees into your chest if you don't have hip problems or a hip replacement. From here, we're going to go into scissors. We're going to do scissors a little differently today. Legs up to the side. Inhale to prayer. Exhale to curl. Reach long with your arms. Now inhale your left leg down as far as you can. If you can't tap it, and exhale to slowly lift it back up. Inhale your right leg down and tap it. Exhale to slowly lift. Inhale, curl up deep. And exhale, left. That's 2, guys. We have 6 more sets on each side. No big deal. Except for my glasses are steaming. And up. And lower. And lift. And lower. Inhale. And exhale. Just a glasses adjustment, not a movement. 6. Here's 7. Inhale it down and exhale back up. 1 more. And exhale, lift. Place your hands behind your head. We're going to lower 1, 2, 3. And lift. And drop 1, 2, 3. Double leg lift. Here's 3, 2, 3. Curl up deeper. Squeeze everything together. If you feel like you're tiring too quickly, don't drop your legs this far. 7. Space between your chest and your chin. 1 more. Draw your knees into your chest. Rest your head, neck, and shoulders. Place my glasses up on me. Theraband. From there, we're going to do elbow to knee. We're going to do it a little differently. We're going to count slowly. We're going to count it down. We're going to do a couple sets of single rests on each side. But again, we're going to bring our knees to tabletop. Hands behind your head. Elbows in your periphery. Thumbs falling down your neck. Inhale. Exhale. Rotate to the left. Extend your right leg. Come through center. And go to the right. Come through the center and go to the left. And through the center and to the right. Here's to the center and to the left. I am shortening this and to the right. To the center and the left. To the center and the right. And now we go left and right and left. Maintain your curl up. Left and right and left and right. Knees to the tabletop. Rest your head, neck, and shoulders. Go ahead and locate your theraband. Woo! However you need to hold it. We're going to hold on behind our knees. Not our chin or our chest. Come up, press back. shoulder blades and our shoulders away from our ears. I'm going to separate my band. I'm going to hold it shoulder width apart. Flex my feet. Pull up on the muscles under my knees like I did when I did single leg circle. I'm going to pull it apart so my shoulders come up, back, and down. I'm going to nod my chin on the chest. Exhale my arms over my feet. Inhale, pull back. And exhale up to sitting. We're going to do 4 with the 4 count breath. So we have 3 more to go. We're going to inhale, nodding our chin to our chest. Exhale over our feet. Biceps by our ears. Inhale, pull back. Exhale up. Inhale. Inhale, pull back. Really pull down up on the muscles above your knees. If you have hamstrings, low back problems, please pop your heels, pop your knees, press into the mat and pull back to engage the action in your body. 2 count breaths. So I'm going to inhale to roll round over and exhale to articulate back up. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale. Exhale. Let's do 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Remember, release my band, release my legs. Band to the side, press it back a little bit. We're going to scooch forward, bringing our glutes to our heels. Our feet are pinpointed in the center. We're going to hold on to the tops of our knees. Those of you with osteoporosis or osteopenia, please do not roll back, or low back problems or neck problems. Do not roll during this. We will do a prep for open leg rocker. Please continue on with that. For those of us with extremely tight hamstrings, if you cannot extend your legs, please hold on behind your knee. The exercise can still be difficult, but extend your legs as much as you're able to. Don't use it as a cheat. If you're able to extend your legs here, don't extend your legs here because the weight of your legs helps to pull you up so you finish the exercise. Do the exercise to the best of your ability. But don't use this as a way to get back up. Try to stay here if you're able to, with your hands in the front of your calves. If you're not able to, or if you're just learning, start right here as well. But to begin the exercise, we're going to pinpoint our toes. Hover them off the mat. Huddle on our abdominals. I'm looking down between my toes and my pelvis, right in the middle of my mat. Drawing my shoulder blades up, back, and down. I'm going to lift my right leg to straight and lower it. And my left leg and lower. I don't feel any rocking in my hips, hopefully. I'm grounding equally through both hips. It doesn't mean that one side is not doing more work as I'm lifting the leg. 1 more. And now we're going to do both 3 times. When I lift both legs, it would be nice if my legs stayed in line with my shoulders. And lower. When I bring them down, my knees are wider than my shoulders. But when I bring them up, I'd like to bring my feet in line with my shoulders. On this next one, I'm going to adjust because I'm on an angle. I don't want to go off my table. I'm going to come up. Those of you without osteoporosis, osteopenia, low back problems or neck problems, inhale back and exhale back up. Woo! Maybe 1 more. Roll to the tips of your shoulder blades. We have 7 more. Inhale and exhale. Here's 5. Here's 4. And 3. Here's 2. Here's a challenge at the end, so don't drop your feet down to the center. Can you release your feet and float them down to the mat? We're going to go in to saw. So, same setup as spine stretch. I'm going to go grab my band. We want our feet separated hip width or a little bit wider. Feet flexed, pulling up on the muscles. Again, lower back, hamstring problems, pop your knees. I'm going to bring my band across. I'm not giving it a good yank to really pull on it for an exercise. There's a slight tension in my band. What I'm going to use it for is as I rotate to the left and I dive down, I'm going to make sure that I'm not leading with my hand and it's pulling back against my body. I don't want to lead with my back hand to try to increase my twist. I want to increase my twist by bringing my ribs across my body. As I dive, my back hand will flip up so I'm able to square my shoulders to my toes a little bit more. If that happens, my band may touch the inside of my back arm because I'm changing my position. Completely understandable. But when you come here, make sure you're not cranking your arm behind you before you dive. And twist. Exhale, articulate down, bringing your pinky down to saw off your baby toe. Draw your belly to your spine. One more on each side. And go ahead and dive. And up and back through center. Go ahead and release your arms down. We're going to go into a swan series. We will not need the band for this. We're going to go ahead, place our band off to the side. I'm going to leave my glasses off for swan because it gets a little weird. We're going to go into swan. We're going to do a neck pull variation and then 2 full neck pulls if you're up for the challenge. On my stomach, I'm going to place my forehead down on the mat. I'm going to draw my belly up and in and bring my ribs together. I really want to focus today on not flaring my ribs out to come up higher when I go up into swan. While I am arching down my back, I want to make sure that my ribs stay in as I arch up, and I don't go like this to get up higher. This will help us on the second variation of the swan exercise, because when you arch up your ribs to come up, you feel it when you come down. Your ribs are flared, and they stop you like a kickstand as you try to articulate your body down. So, coming down, my forehead on the mat, squeezing my inner thighs to protect my low back, drawing my belly button up towards my spine to protect my low back. Ribs together, hands underneath my shoulders, biceps squeezing my ribs. As if there's a marble at the top of my head that's going to roll down to my tailbone, I'm going to inhale, rolling the marble down my spine. Bring my ribs in. Don't let your ribs flare. And exhale back down. If you're feeling your ribs start to kickstand, draw them up and in. And inhale. Feel that marble roll down your spine. And exhale down. You may find that by bringing your ribs in, you're not able to go up as far. Don't worry about it. You're protecting your back. You gotta honor your body and meet it where it is today. And exhale back down. Now for the next variation, the rib, keeping your ribs in like we just practiced is very important. We're gonna make our hands into a pillow. I don't care which hand's on top. My left hand's on top, that's great. I'm gonna rest my forehead on my hands. Squeeze my abdominals up and in, squeeze my inner thighs. I'm gonna inhale, lifting up into a slight swan back extension, no hands. And exhale back down. I'm keeping my feet attached to the mat. Gently pressing my pelvis in. Draw my abdominals up and in. Inhale. And exhale. Let's do one more. Inhale. And exhale. And I'm keeping my body flat. I'm going to gently press my pelvis in the mat. Engage my glutes and hamstrings and inner thigh and float my legs up and off. And release them with control. Abdominals up and in as you pull up. And one more. And now we're going to alternate our upper and lower body. I'm going to inhale up and exhale down. Inhale, float my legs. And exhale, float them back down. Inhale, lift my upper body. And exhale, lower. Inhale, lift the lower body. One more step. Don't flare your ribs and inhale. Exhale, and inhale, and exhale. From there, I'm going to press back into a child's pose for a nice counter stretch. I'm going to take my right hand and thread it underneath my left arm and left knee, looking out to the side. Back to the center. I'm going to take my left arm and thread it out between my left arm and my left knee, looking out under my arm. I'm going to come back to the center. Take a couple deep breaths here. Articulate my spine. Come up to sitting. Head last. Grab my band. We are going to go into neck pull. We're going to do a variation first. Much like we did the variation of roll up during warm up this morning. I'm going to have my band, place it over my toes. A little bit, lapping over the top. My heels are separated so that they're underneath, directly underneath my sit bones. I'm not squeezing my legs together right now. I'm going to press my heels in, press my sit bones in, and pull them closer with my hamstrings, not actually moving my legs, but I should feel engagement down the back of my leg. From there, I'm going to hold my band between my thumb and my pointer finger. Not much, because we're going to roll back with this. So I'm going to bring my fists together. They're going to point out. I'm going to bring my knuckles together. I'm going to bring them to the center of my forehead. I'm going to bring the backs of my body so that my shoulders are over my ears. Draw my lats up, back, and down with my shoulders. I'm going to hinge back in a flat back position. When I've reached as far as I can, and I start to feel my heels float, press them down, tuck your tail, and articulate your spine down to the mat. From there, I'm going to knock my chin to my chest. Oh my gosh, come on, body. Rounding over my legs. When I feel my band start to release from my feet, I'm going to hinge forward. Adjust your band as you need to so it doesn't snap you in the face. Bringing my head towards where my wall of my ceiling and sit straight up into a flat back. And lean back, flat back. Up and articulate. And letting my chin to my chest. Rounding forward over my legs. Press up into a hinge, drawing my belly to my spine, sit straight up. Press your legs out slightly if you need to. 2 more. Inhale, tuck, articulate. Round forward over your legs. Hinge up into a flat back position. Come straight up to sitting. And hinge back. And tuck. And articulate. Nodding your chin to your chest. Round over your legs. Come up in a hinge. Sit straight up. For those of you who would like a challenge, remove your band. For those of you who would not like a challenge, please feel free to continue to do neck pull in this position. Otherwise, extend your legs in front of you. Feet separated so your heels are coming directly out from under your sit bones. Fingertips touching in the center. My middle fingers touching in the center of my forehead. Shoulders back and down. Don't wing your shoulders back though. Bring them forward slightly. And hinge back. And tuck. And articulate. Nodding your chin to your chest. Fold over your legs, and then hinge up, up, up. So there's a straight line coming from the top of your head, out through your tailbone, and articulate up. And hinge back. Tuck. Articulate. Holding your chin to your chest, front over your legs. Reach long, and then hinge your body, and come straight up to sitting. Good job, guys. We're going to go into some shoulder bridging. So, we're ready to come down. We're going to roll down under our backs. Reach over, grab your band. We are going to be using our band today in our hands to make the shoulder bridge more difficult by taking away the support of our triceps in the mat. We're going to widen our shoulder blades. We're going to separate the band like we have been. We're going to bring our feet in closer together. No wider than hips distance apart, please. Walk your heels in closer to your glutes. Tuck your tail and articulate your spine up. Down at your knees. Make sure that they're in line. They're not winging in or winging out. And then articulate your spine. Back down to neutral. And tuck. And lift. Squeeze your glutes to lift your hips higher, but don't pop up into your neck. Make sure that your shoulder blades are still flat. And articulate down. We have one more here. With articulation, hollow out in your lower abdominals and we'll lift. Flatten your shoulder blades, flat and wide, help kickstand your body, and articulate down. From here, we're just going to do lower lifts, where we squeeze everything and lift it up, and lower it down at the same time. And squeeze and lift. No articulation. And squeeze and lift. And lower. Good. From there, I'm going to extend my left leg up to the ceiling. I'm going to tuck my tail and lift. Make sure that your hips are even and articulate down. And squeeze and lift. You might not make it up as high with one leg. And that's okay, guys. That's okay, okay? And squeeze and lift. And now flex your foot down and point to lift. And flex. I'm bringing my thigh to thigh. Here's 3, 4. Really squeeze and ground through your heel on the standing leg. Bring your ribs together. And now drop it and lift and drop. Tap your booty and lift. Halfway there. Here's 5, and here is 6. Bring your foot down. Squeeze up high. Not popping off your shoulder blades and your neck, and articulate down. We have one more set. Release your arms real fast on the other side. So, bring your foot into your heel, bring your heel into your glutes. Widen your shoulder blades. Pull out on the band, and we're going to articulate up. Squeezing up, chicken your hips, and articulate down. And control it up. You're in control. Don't let your body dictate to you what it's going to do. Pull your band apart and flex to lower, thigh to thigh, and lift. And flex and point to lift. Here's 3. Inhale and exhale. Ground in through your heel. Leaving your foot up. Tap your booty and squeeze up. And tap and squeeze. 3, 4, 5, 6. Bring your foot down. Ground through your heels. Press up a little higher on your glutes. And then articulate down. Draw your knees into your chest. Give it a hug. Go ahead and rock. From side to side. Hold on behind your knees. Come up to steady. Maybe scoot back slightly. We're going into spine twist. We're going to have the same, we're going to use the band in the same manner that we did for saw to make sure we're not cranking our arm behind us. We're going to gently pull it apart. This should not be super difficult at all. I'm holding it between my thumb and my forefinger, pulling up on my knee, unless I have low back or hamstring problems, then I'm going to pop. And I'm going to twist. Exhale again to twist a little deeper. Inhale through the center, and exhale. Twist a little deeper, draw your belly to your spine a little further. And you'll know because your band will pull. If you're pulling your arm to increase your twist. The twist should be coming by bringing your ribs across the body. The twist is coming from the belly button above. Pull up a little further, or a little harder, or a little stronger on the muscles above your knees. Release your arms, shake out your legs. We're going to do some sideline legs with the band knotted around our calves. So what I'm going to do for that is I'm going to half my band. I'm going to half it again into quarters. I'm going to hold on to the top of where I quartered it, and I'm going to make a knot. Now, if you want it a little bit looser or a little bit lighter, you make it a little bit wider. If you want it a little tighter, you decrease the space. But we are going to be doing some sideline legs here. You might decide that what you would like is something a little bit more forgiving on your hip flexors. I'm going to come down, placing the band on my calves. I think to try to make my band flat and wide to begin because it has less tendency to ride all around when it is stretched out already. So I'm mid-calf, my knot's at the front, so it's not pressing into either side of my leg. It could be at the back also. I'm going to come onto my side. I'm going to come down line. I'm going to make a pillow with my arm. I'm going to lift up out of my side closest to the mat. I'm going to stack my hips, shoot energy on my top leg, but press into my bottom leg as well to stabilize the band. Press forward slightly. You can use your arm as a kickstand. Make sure that everything's lined up in a straight line. Line it up with the back edge of the mat. There we go. I'll flex my bottom foot, point my foot forward, and flex to pull it back. Keep your feet parallel to stay out of your hip flexor. Will you go as far with the band on your leg? No, of course not. And if you find that you are and it's riding up, maybe you decrease your motion so that you can really utilize the band. Here's 6 and lift up. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then while you're back here, pulse back, back, back. Squeezing your glutes. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring your feet together, still parallel. Press up and lower. Don't release your legs so much you have no tension in your theraband. You want to keep tension in your theraband and reach energy through your leg to lift and lower. And lift. Here's 7 and 8. Ooh, here's 9. And here is 10. And now stay at the top and 1, 2, pulse, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now we're going to a rainbow. Tap the heel front. It's just going to be, it's a cross between a rainbow and a hot potato. So we're tapping our heel. It's going to be a little bit bigger than a hot potato, a little bit smaller than a rainbow. 3. Here's 4. I don't know anything else, but I'm really feeling it. And here is 5. Bring it in. We're going to not release the band as much as we can. So awkwardly, adjust to the other side. Woo, I'm feeling it in my hip today, guys, or in my side glutes. We're gonna come down. I'm lying onto my arm. Line my body up so it's all on this. Flex my feet. Press forward slightly. Draw my shoulders down. Point it forward and flex to pull it back. Lift it out of your side. This side is going to be harder because you've already worked the other side of your body. Whether you realize it or not, on the other side, my legs, the stabilizing part of your body often works harder than the part of your body that's moving. Here's 8. Here's 9. And here is 10. Now, pulse it back from your glutes for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stack your parallel feet and press up and lower. Don't forget to keep the tension. Lift up out of your side, closest to the mat. Don't forget to breathe. I find sometimes that's the hardest part of sideline legs is to remember to breathe. Here's 7 and 8. 2 more here, 9. Only 2 more exercises, 10. Stay up at the top and pulse. Up, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now the cross between the hot potato and the rainbow. Tap your heel front and bring it up and around and back. You might not tap it at the back or the front. Just reach your leg. 3. We only do 5 sets of these. 4. Oh, my leg is really not doing all, huh? And here is 5. From there, we're going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and face my uprights personally. Place I choose to do my teaser from. I like it a little bit more. I'm going to do my teaser in a frog position today. In a frog position, I am turned out, rotating my femur in my hip socket. I'm squeezing my heels together to engage down the inner leg. I'm rotating to engage my my glutes and my hip flex, my hip rotators. From there, I'm going to hold on behind my knees and articulate down, 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 down. Now, I'm going to raise my arms up to the ceiling. If I'm able to float them over my head without popping in my ribs, I'm more than welcome to do it. But if I start here, I'm starting at a disadvantage. So I want to start with my hands up over my head. We want everyone to be successful today without swinging up. Inhale, letting your chin to your chest. Float your legs up with your lower abdominals and lift. Have a nice wide open sternum. Step as far as you're able to. Squeeze your abdominals in, dropping your belly to your spine. Tuck your tail. Don't drop your feet just yet. Wait to place your feet and your head down at the same time if you're able to. And inhale, letting your chin to your chest and lift. Lift up, up, up. Squeeze out on your band ever so gently by rotating the hip socket. And we're going to do small circles and out. And 2. And 3. And now reverse for 3. And 2. My circles are the size of a basketball. And then I'm going to tuck my tail. Articulate down. Head and feet at the same time. We have 2 more teasers. Inhale, letting my chin to my chest. And come up, 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 up. I'm going to lower my feet 1 inch. And exhale, use my abdominals to lift. And lower. And lift. 1 more. I'm going to separate my heels wide and squeeze them back together. Separate them wide and squeeze. Using the outsides of my legs and squeeze. Tuck my tail and articulate. Down, 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 down. Good job, guys. From there, I'm going to go ahead, take my feet out of my theraband, roll up to sitting. Using behind my legs, I'm going to do a series on my forearms. I'm going to come down. My knees are going to be under my hips. My shoulders are going to be over my elbows. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to press my left foot out with my toes tucked into a bird dog position. I'm going to pull it back in. And I'm going to press and pull. One more. Hollow out your abs as you press. Try to keep your hips square and your shoulders square. And down. And I'm going to take my right arm. I'm going to slide it on the mat. And then I'll pull it back in. And I'm going to slide it, keeping my body square. And 3. And now I'm going to combine both movements. I'm going to press my left foot and my right arm at the same time and pull it back in. I'm keeping everything in my body square. Really drawing in on my lower abdominals. Really wrapping my ribs. And press. And now I'm going to press out and hover and tap and hover and tap and hover and tap. I'm going to pull my right arm back in. I'm going to bring my left leg up. I'm going to flex my foot and I'm going to hamstring curl without moving my thigh. I should feel a nice thigh stretch at the front. I'm going to press it out and I'm going to hamstring curl and press and hamstring curl and press. And now adding on, I'm going to hamstring curl and press. Tap my toe and squeeze to left and hamstring curl and press. You should feel the movement. Hamstring, glutes, and now and press and tap and lift. Now I'm going to bend my foot and bring it in. I'm going to hover it down. I don't have my foot all the way in the mat. I'm going to open it to the side. I'm going to bring my arms. So my fingertips are pointing to the side. My hips blade slightly. I'm going to lift and lower and lift and lower and lift and lower. Adding on. I'm going to lift, extend, tap, lift, bend at the knee and lower and lift. Extend, tap, lift, bend, and lower. One more and lift. Extend, tap, my toe, bend, and lower. From there, I'm going to come back to the Sphinx position with my arms where both hands are pointed out. I have not sunken my shoulders or my lower back. I'm still lifting up, drawing my shoulders down. I'm going to tuck my toes. From here, I'm going to inhale, exhale, squeeze, and hover my knees ever so slightly off the mat. And now I'm going to release. I'm going to inhale, exhale to lift. As if I'm holding a plank. It is a plank. And lower. One more. Lift. Lower. Now let's add on for fun. I'm going to inhale, exhale, lift. I'm going to walk my left foot out. I'm going to walk my right foot out. I'm going to walk my left foot back in. Knees still hovered. Rock my right foot in. Now right. Walk left, walk right. We're alternating. Walk left and right. And left and right. My abdominals are still drawn in. My knees are still hovering. I'm still squeezing everything out right. And left. And walk right. And left. Final set on each side. Walk left, right. Left, right. I'm not in a full plank. My booty is piped slightly. And now, I'm going to walk right, left, staying out there. I'm going to drop my right knee without moving anything else and lift. I'm still squeezing. My knee might not tap. That's okay. Tap. Tap. We have 3 more sets. Tap. Tap. Draw your abdominals up and then draw your shoulders in and down. One more. And then walk your right knee in and your left knee. And now drop your knees down. Untuck your toes. Repeating the bird dog series to the opposite side. Drive abdominals up and in. I'm going to press my right foot out. My feet are sweating a little bit, they got a little squeaky. And pull it back in. And press. And pull with your hamstring and glutes. We're engaging our hamstring and glutes so we can properly lift our leg without swinging out into our low back. And now I'm going to press up my left hand and pull. And when you pull back, engage under your arms, pulling down your lats. And one more. And now both at the same time. And pull. And press. And pull. One more. And now press up. Lift and tap. And lift and tap. And lift and tap. Pull your left arm back. Lift your right leg. Flex it first and then hamstring curl and release. Keep it parallel. And release. And hamstring curl and release. Now adding on hamstring curl, release and tap and lower. And hamstring curl and release. And tap and lift. And hamstring curl and release. And tap and lift. Now bring your knee in, hover it off the mat. Bring your fingertips to point to the opposite side on your left hand, and now open and close. And open and close. And open and close. And now open. Extend your leg. Tap your toe and lift. And bend and close. And open. Extend. Tap, lift, and bend and close. One more and open. Extend. Tap, up, bend, and close. Now go ahead and press back into the child's pose, guys. That was a challenging quadruped plank series. You guys did great. We are going to go ahead and do our cool down. I'm going to come to sitting on my knees. I'm sitting back onto my heels. For an additional stretch, go ahead and tuck your toes and sit back onto your heels. You're going to feel an intense stretch in your foot area, particularly your toes. I'm going to take my hands, lace them behind my head. My thumbs are going to be long down my neck. I'm squeezing my legs together. My ribs are drawn in, my shoulders are over my hips. Pulling my head up gently. I'm going to lean my head forward, looking down at my thighs. I'm not crunching my neck into my chest. I'm pulling it away, creating a nice, long, elongated neck. I'm not cranking my neck one way or the other. I don't feel as if I'm pressing into it unnecessarily. I'm looking down, and I have just a touch of added pressure on the back of my head. From there, I'm going to look down without lifting up my neck towards the left side of my mat. I'm going to come back to the center. If you find that the toe stretch becomes too intense, go ahead and release. Look down to the right. I'm going to come back to the center. Take a few breaths. I'm going to release my toes down. I'm going to inhale my arms up to the ceiling. And exhale. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you have a great